Live from digital address GA0992539 in Kukumemle, Accra. On DSTV, we're on channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. A good morning to everyone. The show is JoyNews Interactive. And our social media handles for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is JoyNews on TV. My name is Selina Ampo. Now let's start with a very interesting topic, albinism. Albinos don't die. When they grow old, they vanish. As ridiculous as it sounds, many people believe this assertion. In certain communities, they are seen to bring bad luck and are not permitted to stay there. As the world marked International Day of Albinism yesterday, the Ghana Association of Persons Living with Albinism to present a petition to the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice to investigate some of these abuses they suffer. Here's a report by Philip Ankra.
Albinism is a congenital condition that results in the lack of pigment in the skin, hair, or the eyes. People with albinism have pale skin, light hair, pale eyes, and impaired vision. Aside skin pigmentation issues, they also face societal discrimination, ridicule, and taunting. Albinos are also not permitted to enter some towns in Ghana.
Take it upon ourselves to at least go into those communities and conduct a survey and to attest to the fact that whether or not these issues are true. And to our dismay, yes, they are true. They confirm, the survey report confirms that persons with albinism are being banished from these communities. That is Advocacy, Bokrua, and Akomufie.
The Executive Director of the Ghana Association of Persons Living with Albinism, Newton Kacheku, charged the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice to investigate the issue of banishment.
We started sharing with Shraj our findings and what we want them to do to help persons with albinism, to protect the rights of all persons with albinism in Ghana. Basically, this is what we've been sharing with them. We're expecting a lot of things. One is about to independently also go into these issues and see how true it is. Number two, we also wanted a cultural reform from these communities, whereas persons with albinism will live comfortable and meaningful life in these communities. And then also collaborate with other security agencies or state authorities to have a very good system or policy in place to protect the rights of persons with albinism in Ghana.
Member of Parliament for Karachi in Chumuru, John Majisi, said to fight discrimination against albinos, government must enforce the disability law.
We have a lot of good laws in Ghana. Our disability law, it talks about inclusion. If you look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, of which we are a signatory to, Ghana is a signatory. There are a lot of policies, inclusive education policy. All that we need to do is to ensure that we implement the policies. Persons with disabilities are not different from us, but they have been disabled by the society. So the inclusiveness, acceptance of this person with disability is very important. One other thing I have also realized that there's lack of awareness. People still believe that persons with disability are supernatural. They are not human beings. It's because they lack the awareness. So I think that we need to embark on an awareness campaign to bring on board everybody, so that all the necessary stakeholders.
Well, as the world was marking the day, let's hop onto social media to find out what you had to say about it. And we have Kafwide, who's tweeting. He says persons with albinism have no special or magical powers. Hashtag IAAD 2019. Hashtag Albinism Awareness Day. Hashtag Still Standing Strong. Hashtag Ghana. And Tugui Trust says people living with albinism face multiple forms of discrimination worldwide. Albinism is still profoundly misunderstood socially and medically, leading to various forms of stigma. Let us prevent the attacks and discrimination. Hashtag Still Standing Strong. Hashtag Albinism Day. And Amina J. Mohammed is tweeting, and she says, I stand in solidarity with persons with albinism. I call on you all to do same. We need to stop violence and discrimination against persons with albinism and make sure they are not left behind and can enjoy their basic rights. Hashtag Albinism Day. Hashtag Global Goals. And Kenim Beni says, in some areas of Cameroon, they are killed because of their appearance. People are afraid to mingle with them. People living with albinism are humans. We should look beyond the complexion. We are all equal. We have the same rights. Hashtag Albinism Awareness Day. Hashtag Albinism Day is observed today. And Uya says, listen to children with albinism when they tell you about how they are treated every day. Listen when they tell you they can't see well enough. Listen when they tell you their skin is burning. Cater to the daily needs of children with albinism. However, you can and protect them. And Godwin Obaseki says, on this year's theme, still standing strong, I encourage persons with albinism to remain resolute in defying odds against them by ensuring they break barriers and succeed in their chosen fields of endeavors despite their peculiar needs. Hashtag still strong. Hashtag IAAD 2019. Hashtag Albinism Day. And an inclusive society for all says a different shade of beauty. Persons with albinism still face a number of stereotypes and discrimination to date. What are you doing as an individual to remove these? Hashtag Albinism Awareness Day. And Patience Dixon says the perceptions of people with hashtag albinism must go beyond a myth. People first. Hashtag Albinism Awareness Day. And Jeff Phillips says, International Albinism Awareness Day, showing love with my son who is an albino, but as you see, is having the time of his life. Albinism is misunderstood and socially not talked about. Let's celebrate and strengthen people with albinism. Learn about albinism. Hashtag Albinism Awareness Day. Well, let's move on to the National Science and Math Quiz. I'm sure everybody's eager for the competition to start. Well, all participating schools have now arrived at the University of Ghana for this year's National Science and Math Quiz, with many of them aiming for the ultimate. In all, 135 schools are expected to compete, and we know that Krobo Girls, Prempeh College, Opokuwari Senior High have all arrived. Well, Komadum tells us of last year's, just a recap of Prempeh College's 4-time winners, but they lost. This time they are back for the win. Let's take a look at that report.
I am a central point to a triangle. I may be inside or outside the triangle. I am a common point on some perpendiculars to the sides of a triangle. Yes, up here.
Auto center. Auto center.
That's incorrect. I continue. I am equidistant from the vertices of a triangle. I am the point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides. Yes, Jemima.
Circum center.
You're right. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Krobo Girls Senior High School has 29 points. Prempeh College has 45 points. West Africa Senior High School has 52 points.
That was how the hopes of 4-time champions Prempeh College were dashed at the semi-final stage of a competition last year.
Prempeh College, thank you for being here and for giving us a good contest. I know you were hoping to go to the final. Unfortunately, today didn't work out. What was too much. Best wishes, best wishes.
It was a painful defeat. The ego of Yamanfour was heavily bruised. Now buoyed by the spirit and grit of finalist West Africa Senior Secondary School and the possibility of winning the all-new bronze trophy at stake, the Ashanti Regional Giants are roaring to go. Exacting revenge at this year's competition will be in order.
We've prepared a lot since last year, and we've made our corrections of the mistakes we did last year, and this year we are coming up stronger, and we hope to lift the trophy this time around.
regionals. Do you participate in the regional competitions?
Yeah, we participated in the regional competition. Our semi-finals was a bit tough. We competed with WAS, and it was some sort of a tie, but we were able to come out victorious with the last riddle. And we faced WAS in the finals, and we trashed them 55 against 35, which was a 20 points margin. And we think we are coming here stronger for the trophy.
But these contestants are the first to acknowledge it will not be a walk in the park.
Well, they should expect that we will come and do our best. And we hope, with God on our side, we will lift a new trophy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is it because you lifted the first one when the competition started in 1993? So you think is it going to be an easy one for you?
No, it's not. We know it's not going to be easy. But we've really prepared hard, and we know God will see us through.
There would be no room for complacency, and the other 134 schools stand a chance too. But back of the minds of these smart guys would be a dream to outshine all else and equal the record of 5-time champion Presec. They are here to win it, even more motivated by the cash prize and Dubai trip up for grabs. This should be some showdown, and we simply cannot wait for June 17.
Yes, may the best man win in that. Well, let's hop onto social media to find out what people had to say about National Science and Math Quiz. And Sharifdin Alidu says, this time around, I hope Salaga Senior High in Savannah region brings the trophy here. We have lots of capable students and they will make East Gonja proud. Good luck to the contestants and the school as well. And Eboyi Nathan says, don't disappoint, guys. Make the game clean. Mame Ya Nuama says, you already are winners. Nananum all the way. And Equia says, we are coming fully prepared this year. Ose GNC. Lord P.S. in the comments, he says, we're sure they are gonna give it all, but there are many schools who cannot be underestimated. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm supporting Prempeh College as a proud Amanfo. Well, let's take a break and we'll be back with more stories. Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching JoyNews Interactive. Now, with Father's Day due to be celebrated on the 16th of June, all around the world, conversations have sparked up on how the day would be spent with our dads. The arguments are always the same. Fathers do not do as much as mothers, but however, there are some fathers who play both roles. But as we look forward to celebrate Father's Day, it continues to trail far behind Mother's Day. Well, why is this so? We asked you on social media, and here are your opinions. And Sefa Otrit says, because fathers are busy for the family. That's why it's trailing. And Kin Rudolph says, we are fathers. Nothing worries us, and we don't seek attention as well. So he's saying this is why Father's Day is not as popular as Mother's Day, because they are not attention seekers. And Atanga Isaac says, no one appreciates the efforts of a man, but we will celebrate ourselves. And Aluguni Cletus says, because ladies are selfish, always expecting to receive, but not willing to give. And Ayatollah Sante Emmanuel says, good fathers are like mothers, so they always celebrated on Mother's Day. They are always celebrated on Mother's Day. Leo Judgment Trust Jesus says, because some of the fathers are irresponsible in their normal duties, I always prefer my mom than my dad. I see. And Christopher Mensa Adator says, it's because we men are also silent. Sefa Otri says because fathers are busy for the family. And Hubert says sometimes silence is the best option. So he says silence is the best option. That's why Father's Day is not as loud as Mother's Day. Well, next on the list is our most watched videos of the week. At the #1 spot is a video of 18-year-old girl who goes into hiding following threats by her father to kill her because she's converted from Islam to Christianity. That video had 118,000 views, 2,000 reactions, 2,066 comments, 1,431 shares. Let's take a look at that video.
Karl Marx once disparaged religion by describing it as the opium of the people. That opium becomes even more toxic when it becomes a splitter of family rather than a unifier. And that is the smell 18-year-old Mariam is feeling from her parents' opium.
Mariam looks stressed and terrified and dejected. Wearing a white knee-level lace garment she borrowed from her new host, she tells me her father's threat gives her sleepless nights.
My father said because of the church he would disown me, and now I don't have anywhere to go. He told me if I still go to the church, he'll bring cutlass over there and come and butcher me.
She talks about how she became a convert.
At first, I was a stubborn girl. Like, I used to go out with my friends. I used to go to clubs. I used to take shisha. I used to take alcohol. But
you did all the nasty things.
Yes, I had a friend who was also attending the church, and always he has been asking me, "Mariam, come to church." They have been inviting people in our community. They always come for evangelism, and whenever I see them, I used to run because I don't want to listen to them. But one day, like, I was sick, yes, and I met him. So when I was sick, he called and I told him that I'm not feeling well, so I want to join them to the campus for prayer. So he picked me and we went. When we went, he prayed for me, and when I came home, I was okay.
Blames her father, who she says failed to teach her the tenets of Islam when she was a child.
If my dad was to be a truly Islam, like a Muslim, like we wouldn't have let me be a Christian, because by all means he will make sure I pray, I do what they do. But because of that, he doesn't force us, doesn't say anything to us if you don't pray. So, and I can't just be there like that. I have to do something.
But the father, Abubakar Saidu, is challenging her account.
From today going,
she cannot live under my benevolence as a father and go against my orders and belief. Together with his wife, Mariam's mom.
Yes, that's our #1 most watched video. On the #2 spot is a video which had 73,000 views, 1,000 reactions, 507 comments, 310 shares. It is a video of the NDC chairman of Osuampofo granted bail after hours of interrogation by the CID.
Well, good evening. Good evening, and thank you very much.
Yes, Ofosu Ampofo granted bail. And on number 3 spot is the video of Ofosu Ampofo talking to his party members. He says, no contribution, no chop. That video had 23,000 views, 489 reactions, 287 comments, 282 shares. Let's take a look at it.
Can do for NDC as we move to 2020 is adopt a branch, maintain the branch, nurture the branch, and win the branch in 2020. You don't come and tell me anything. Just tell me that, Chairman, General Secretary, I have won my branch. If everybody decides to win his or her branch, the party is already in power. If you want to have a stake in the future NDC government, and you want to hold a position in NDC in future, the first question the General Secretary will ask, have you been attending branch meetings? So if you are eyeing some DCE position, some minister position, some board chairman position, please, the time to identify yourself and work for the party is now. Because this time around,
Chairman Ofosu Ampofo there right again. And those are our top 3 most watched videos of the week. Now it's time for us to talk about our video of the day. When the cat is away, the mice definitely will play. As we are looking forward to Father's Day, here's some fathers, or here's a father celebrating a small way with his child.
Weeks ago,
Well, we are all excited about Father's Day. Whether it's sports, movies, music, you have a way of bonding with your father. Anyways, it's time for us to wrap up on the show, Joy News Interactive. My name is Selina Ampo. Do enjoy your weekend.